beautiful people, it's Davina, and it's time for another Ask the Guru segment. So this week we have an email from a woman, and this, I have to be honest, this email breaks my heart in so many ways. This email is from Linda, and Linda writes, "My husband is so disrespectful. The level of disrespect is unreal. We have been married for about 5 years, and I have now reached the level of that I can no longer tolerate my husband's disrespect. Whenever we are together or are trying to make a decision, my opinion and my voice are not heard. He dismisses my thoughts as trivial. He treats me as if I'm a child. When we were dating, I noticed this a little bit, but it stopped. Once we got married, it got worse. When I would mention it to him by talking to him and about him dismissing me in public, it would stop. I want to be more specific with examples on how disrespectful my husband is. If we are in a restaurant and I want to order chicken, he will suggest that I don't eat chicken. He will even go as far as to look at the menu and suggest something else that I should order. If I say no, I want chicken, then it is a whole back and forth on why I should not order the chicken. Another example is if we are talking with friends and having a general conversation, someone may ask me a question. He will answer for me, most oftentimes even before I could get a word out. It goes on and on and on. And whenever I mention anything about it on any given day, it's like a total beatdown. He even goes on and on about what I should wear on any given day, my driving skills. When I speak up for myself, it turns into a full-blown argument to where we don't speak to each other for days. Then he will stop doing it for a while, but then it starts all over again. It is a constant headache and a beatdown. And honestly, I am ready to end this marriage, while at the same time, I do want him to do better. Hey Guru, my question is, are there things that I can do to make him stop disrespecting me for good? Hey Linda, thank you for your question here. I am honored that you trust me with an opinion and advice on this. So you may not altogether agree with my opinion and what I have to say here. You may not even like some of the things that I have to say. But let me start by saying you cannot make another adult, literally make another adult do anything. You can only control yourself, and your husband can only control himself. What I am sensing in this email is there are some things that run deep within your history that you may not be sharing in this email. You may need to look into a licensed therapist or counselor if there are underlying issues. Having established that, I want to slightly turn this question back around to you by asking, what things can you control in this situation? What things do you want to do to make it stop? And why haven't you done them? What have you done before that worked? What have you done in the past, and what have you done before that worked well? What I do know, one thing is for sure, that you are giving over your power to your husband on so many areas of your life. From what I am reading here, you may need to take a closer look as to why you are willing to give over your voice and your power to your husband. Why have you decided to give him that power? Here is what I suggest that may be helpful. Number 1, writing down those things that make you feel powerless. Number 2, take note of the times when your husband speaks to you or interrupts you, and notice those times when he is being rude and disrespectful. What I am hoping is that you will become more clear as to how many times in a day or even a week the disrespect is occurring. This is going to take some work. It is going to take some homework. It is not going to be easy. Now, number 1, let's go back to number 1. About those things that I suggest that you write down when you feel powerless, What can be helpful is acknowledging that you have a choice. Linda, you have a choice. You can rewrite those things that you wrote down in a language that acknowledges that you have a choice. So using language such as I am choosing to ... or do whatever will certainly help you to feel empowered. You can do that for every choice and every time that you feel powerless or feel like you're not being heard. What is definitely not helpful is keeping silent or going along with your husband when he is being rude and disrespectful. Well, Linda, that is my advice and my insight on that question. I hope it was helpful. And until next time, listeners, ciao for now.